Hello and welcome to another week of Monday with the Mayor. I'm Bradford Raths, and we have returned to Jasper to see Terry Seitz.
Hi, Bradford.
Hello.
Good day to you.
And we've got City Visions coming back this week, Wednesday.
Right. City Visions, Gamble Associates, that's Mr. Barry Albert, Mr. David Gamble, will be returning for two reasons this Wednesday. One is to present to the Plan Commission Wednesday night for formal adoption the Jasper Downtown and Riverfront Master Plan. Now, we have presented to the council last month and actually in October, but ultimately determined that after that or as part of that, that there are a couple of ways we could actually introduce this plan into the city. One is at a resolution level, which basically says we acknowledge we adopt this and here it is. The other would be as an addendum or an extension of our current 2010 comprehensive plan. And since there is a call for such a study in the comprehensive plan, we decided to elevate this particular outcome, this master plan, to the level of our comprehensive plan. And the process of that is we present to the Plan Commission at a public hearing, and then they vote to adopt or make a decision on that, forward to the council, which will be later this month, we hope. And this plan is not there for necessarily at this point to be picked over or looked at and say, oh, I like this, I like that. We're adopting a plan, and we're adopting basically a guideline. Obviously, when you look at our comprehensive plan, a great amount has changed. Even though that's a relatively new document, in 2010, everything was geared transportation-wise to an expected US 231 bypass, of which was pulled off the table by NDOT in May of 2011, making that document, that area, kind of outdated. In addition, the country club property, the golf course property, was on nobody's radar during that time, but certainly that's now coming to the radar. So you have these plans and you have some understanding, but they do help shape and make decisions. So we are making the Downtown Jasper and Waterfront Master Plan at the level of the comprehensive plan. That's what's going on Wednesday evening. Wednesday afternoon, we have a public meeting of the more or less the Country Club Golf Course Advisory Committee at 3:30 here in City Hall in the Pfaffenweiler room, which is our lower level, and we'll be getting some information on a plan for that. And we fully expect that we'll have some understanding of a great, an ideal use of it, optimum, highest, and best use. And we'll look forward to hearing from City Visions and Gamble Associates for that. So we're very excited to have David and Barry back, one, to more or less wrap up the downtown part, and two, to kind of give even further direction on the country club.
So kind of sticking, I guess, with the infrastructure theme a little bit, the Millwall that fell in.
The Millwall that fell in. That wasn't on my radar either this year, nor anyone else's. Essentially, I would remind people again, there was a wall that was ornamental in nature, fixed to the mill. After the mill was built and the foundation was there, this ornamental wall was constructed using some of the old foundation stones of the one of the mills that had been in that same area. It served no greater purpose than that, but it did have some engineering challenges because it was again built as an ornamental wall. It was not a supporting structure, and water got behind it, and essentially it has collapsed. In looking at the options, we had the option to add more of a concrete poured structure to match the existing structural mill wall, to look at some material that would be like concrete blocks, more or less, an anchor from where the existing fallen wall is all the way down across the bank. The south bank of the Patoka, by the way, has some erosions there around the mill, and we're not concerned about that. We'd like to address that too. So we looked at not just the wall area, but addressing erosion and bank stabilization. And the third component was kind of a composite green approach, which would put some very water accepting plants in that area, and to allow them to grow. It may take a period of years to do so, but it would be more or less a controlled growth along the bank, serving even a greater purpose, which would be stabilization. And ultimately that's what we want. So the wall, as we're moving forward, the intent would be not to replace that ornamental wall, but to use those stones, fish them from the river, and provide that as kind of a water level support of what we're going to do in green infrastructure. That is not an inexpensive project. It is not covered by insurance. It's something we have to look at budget to do, but we are going to embrace that and attack it and work through the park department for input to get it done, because ultimately that mill in that area falls under their department.
And then finally, we've got another performance coming to the Jasper Arts Center, the Texas Tenors.
That's right, and get your tickets now. How's that? About the time of this broadcast, there are just a few tickets left. We think it's going to be a sellout, and 812-482-3070, or go online at jasperindiana.gov, link to the arts. This group is very, very talented. It is a Christmas show. They are working both in Las Vegas and Branson, and to have someone of their talent and caliber come for a Christmas show to Jasper, Indiana is going to be very dynamic and dynamite. And we hope to see you there. And again, I would highly suggest you get the tickets. Hopefully when you call tomorrow morning, you'll have some reserved for you, because there'll be a great show.
Good way to kick off the Christmas season.
Ho, ho, ho. That's right. Brought in Santa last week. This week we get the Texas Tenors.
Well, there you go. Mayor, we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much, Bradford.
This has been Monday with the Mayor. We'll have more news right after this.